basically, the biggest thing this week, after weeks of not doing very many bills, I think we did 18 bills on Tuesday. And most of them are what we refer to as non-cons, and that's short for non-controversial. And most of them will pass the Senate 49 or 50 to 0. But the three that were probably what I would say are specifically not non-cons was the gas tax, the minimum wage, and then a change in possession for first-time marijuana. So for having a marijuana the first time if you're picked up for possession, there was an effort to change that, and what it was is it would lower a first offense possession from a serious misdemeanor to a simple misdemeanor. And I actually voted no on that. I really don't think we should be sending a message. I think a lot of times when we do things in government, it's not only what we do, it's the message we send. And I don't think we should be sending a message that having a controlled substance or possession of a controlled substance is less of a penalty than what it was before. So I did not vote for that. I think Colorado has shown some regrets. Talked to some individuals out there. They said their governor and some of the other people involved have shown regrets for making the, what do you call it, where you just have it for fun? Recreational, thank you.
How do you know that?
Me? Everybody knew that. Well, anyway, I don't think Iowa should go down that route, and I don't want to see us making that first step. But in regards to the cannabis plant itself, in regards to that oil, one of the things that does need to take, and that's why I'm bringing this up, and that's why I want to visit with you just a second about that. There is a lot of anecdotal evidence that this oil has some medicinal value. Now, whether it does or whether it doesn't, I don't know for sure, and I don't think hardly anybody does other than hearing from the anecdotal evidence. And that's part and parcel because it is a Schedule I drug at the federal level. That means it's in essence a banned substance, and pharmaceutical companies can't even test it. Well, I don't think that's appropriate. I think that schedule needs to be changed and allow the pharmaceutical companies to test it, not only for efficacy, but quite frankly for safety. We don't allow any other drugs to be prescribed and go through the process unless they are thoroughly tested. And it only makes sense to me that we should not carve out an exception for this. We should do it the way it should be tested. It should be thoroughly examined. It should be checked for efficacy and safety. And then if it has medicinal values, then we can have the discussion on how to utilize it, whether it should be through a doctor's prescription or what. But the point is, it needs to be tested first. And so I think that's something, when we talk later, there may be some questions on the gas tax increase, and when it does, I have some specific suggestions, and part of that is contacting our federal delegation. And so while you're at it, while you're contacting them about the gas tax, I would encourage you to also contact them about this and change the scheduling of that, of cannabis oil. So with that, I'll turn it over to Representative